friend, welcome to Tacistudio. I'm Taci, and today I'm here to talk to you about one of the most famous little scarves out there in the internet and in the knitting world. And I am going to talk to you about the Sophie Scarf. First, I wanted to say happy holiday if you celebrate. And I also wanted to tell you why I have chosen to talk about this right now. I decided to make a little Sophie scarf for me for Christmas. I love knitting for the holidays. I love knitting to give as a gift to people, but I also really like to make a few things for a few of my friends and my family. And the Sophie scarf is a perfect little gift that you can make probably in 1 week, and if not, I have made one in a couple of days. And this time I decided I am not going to do Vlogmas this year, but I kind of wanted to go with you on a day on the life of a Sophie scarf. So first, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why the Sophie scarf. You only need to have a knitting needle, of course the yarn, a couple stitch markers, and maybe a row counter if you would like to do that. I will show you, and I have a couple videos, one that shows how to make the long Sophie shawl, but I also have made a few of them that I'm going to show you today. The reason I chose the Sophie scarf for Christmas for myself, it's because it's an easy pattern to make. Even though you have to count, and you have to count rows, and you have to increase and decrease, those are very simple things to do, especially and even for a beginner knitter. So you can also adjust the size. This pattern is done by, I forgot to say the designer, is by PetiteKnit. And I have to say that different people have different feelings about her patterns. I myself have never really had any problems with her pattern, and her patterns are easy to follow, and there are so many tutorials, so many people that have done so many of her patterns that you can get a lot of help with that. The pattern comes in 2 sizes, and it's made for a DK yarn, but I myself have made mine with several different yarns, and the only thing is that it changes the size of your scarf, and I will show you in a little bit. You can make that with the yarn that she recommends, but you can also use your stash. If you have a little bit of yarn, probably the most 50 yards, I think that you could make one of your Sophie scarves. So you can use leftovers, you can use stash and make a one of them with several different colors, or you can use those one skeins that you have and make a little Sophie scarf, and you can probably get 2 of them in one from one skein. I have made many of them. I have made most of them smaller, but I have also made one a little bit bigger, and this time the one that I want to make with you is a I'm going to try to make a larger size. I already have a Sophie shawl also, but I this time want to make a little bit smaller so I can still wear during the holiday season. The Sophie scarf is super simple. You start in one end of the scarf, you go up, increasing just in one side. You can see that this side, it's getting bigger than the other. When you get halfway with it, then you start decreasing and end up on the other side here. With this one, I used a little bright yarn that I had, and my intention is to make a hat with this bright yarn, and I started the muscle burl hat that it's going to pair with this one. This is a small one, and I'll try to show you, and I can still wear it like this. And I don't really like turtlenecks all the time, so having a Sophie scarf when I'm wearing a lower neck line shirt or sweater is really good. If I'm going outside and I don't want to have a bulky scarf, I can wear this. And this one I can wear like this, but it's a little bit tighter, like a turtleneck. But I can also wear it as a little scarf on the side with 1 or 2 knots, and it's so chic and stylish, and I think that it goes with everything. This one I have made, and I will put the information about the yarn because I know this is La Bien-Aimée, and this one is the farmer's daughter, but I'll put the exact information written here of the yarn and colors. This one I made a little bit wider and a little bit bigger, and I also, like you can see, use if I wear like this, I just pull the ring like this, and I wear it like that. And I can also wear like this. I'm just trying to not hit the microphone. And I can also double and wear it tighter like I did with the other one. I made this one a very long time ago, and I do not remember the information on this yarn, but I will. Oh, I do think that this was Ritual Dyes Gold's Full. It's the color, yes. And as you can see, I showed, and I think that in here you can see a little bit better on the details, that the Sophie scarf has a little I-cord edge on the sides and on both sides. And I have a video that shows you exactly how to start, how you keep going, and how you finish. And I will put that in the end of this video, but I will also show you some of it on this video now when I talk about the day in the life of a Sophie scarf. And this is the last one that I have, that it's mine, and this one is made with the Woolfolk yarn, and I love this one, and I think is my most used one because it is the softest of all. I really want to make a I really want to make one for myself with a cashmere, and I think that it's probably going to be up there when I make that with this one. This one is so soft, and I'm sorry, it's so hard to do this in front of a camera, but I wear mine and this one here because it's so soft, usually doubled and pretty close to my neck. So I am going to get, and this is one of my favorite sizes. I might make the one that I'm going to make for Christmas. I have just made some toast fingerless mittens for myself, and I made with this yarn, which I actually got at Joann's store, and is the KC knit and crochet yarn. And I have made mine in this beautiful red, and I'll get the information here to give to you. And I am going to make the Sophie Scarf on the same with the same yarn, because I think that would be really cute to have to wear the mitts and the scarf together. This is this yarn here, which is KC yarn. I got it, which is knit and crochet yarn. It's a superwash wool luxe, and it comes with 215 yards. It's 100% superwash merino fine wool, and it's very, very, very soft. So this red color is named Cardinal Feathers, and I made the fingerless mitts, and I absolutely love it. I am going to show you how to start, how to do the I-cord, how to do how to keep knitting, do the decrease, and finish this scarf. So this will be my form of vlogs for Christmas, my Vlogmas, a one-time Vlogmas, and I hope that it's fun for you. I hope that you enjoy. So I'm gonna start by showing you my how I do my journal entries, and I'm gonna put the yarn band in here, and I just use regular tape, and then later on I embellish with something a little bit prettier. And I think I need to cut, this label is kind of long, so I'm going to cut it, and I will put the piece that has the piece that has the color a little bit later, and then I will also show you in a little bit the journal, and I write the day that I started, and I have a pen in here already. I'll cut a little piece of the yarn and put it on there also as a yarn sample. And then I'll write down that I started today, and today is December 12, 24. I'm using needles US 7, and the pattern name is Sophie Scarf by PetiteKnit. I am not sure I'm going to make a lot of notes in here because I have made a lot of them. I'll put a picture in here later. Like I mentioned before, my husband has given me last year a little printer that prints these great little pictures, and I can just put it in there. I used to design to just draw something, but now I will draw when I have like to make a schematic for a sweater or something like that, then I will draw in there. But I did my entry, and now I am just going to turn my iPad on a fun little Vlogmas or a fun podcast, and I am going to start my Sophie scarf. To get your attention to when I first started, I put a marker to mark the little I-cord side, but after you start increasing, that marker does not really help, because when you do the increasing row, then it just makes it go to the next stitch. Then you would have 4 stitches in there. So it's what I do is I mark the 8th when I do the 8th row, and then I turn. This is just for me to know that this is the side that I'm going to increase, also the right side where I do my first row. So I keep changing it every time. When I do the 8th row, I change and I put this back up here, so I know that that was the 8th row, and I'm going to start the 1st row again just in case if I miscount or something. So just wanted to make that little note for you. And I'm going to keep knitting until I get to the halfway point, which is after I repeated those 8 rows about 27 times this time. I'm gonna actually measure because I think that if I don't think that it's long enough, I am just going to knit for a while in the middle and have a space where it's just the increase, and then it's gonna go straight, and then I'll start decreasing, because I really want this one to be just a little bit longer than the other one. So I just finished slipping 3 from the other row, and I am going to show you now how to start decreasing, okay? And I am gonna put those back so you can see exactly what I did. On this row, I just slipped 3 like we have been doing with the yarn in the front. Then I turn, and I am going to knit 3, which makes the I-cord band. Remember the I-cord edge for the end here. And then I am going to, a lot of people will do a decrease here, whichever way works best for them. I believe that the patterns say to slip 1 as if to knit. I prefer to slip 1 as if to purl, knit 1, and then I pass the slipped stitch over, and then you knit all the way. The reason I do that, and I will show you also what I'm doing here with this. The reason I do that is because no matter what you do, you are going to have a little gap in here, which is going to show on your pattern later, on your scarf later. It's gonna show as if you have a little gap, a little, not really a hole, but you can see, like when you did the increases, I don't think that you can see that very much, even though mine is not blocked yet, so you see little bumps, but it's more because of the yarn that I chose, but you're not gonna see as much at the edge. Okay, with the creases you will. And this is something new that I had not tried before. I usually, like I said, I put a marker when I do the 8th row, where I'm increasing or decreasing. So now I will take this marker from here. I just did decrease this stitch here, which is the 4th one. So I put a marker in there again, so I know that's my 8th stitch, my 8th row, I should say. But I just saw a video, and I can link that below for you, showing you how to mark your rows with a extra piece of yarn in a different contrasting color. And I was trying to see if that works best for this year, so I didn't have to keep a marker, but it doesn't work as well for me. I just wanted to leave here so I could show it to you, but I don't feel that it worked really well for me. For this, I prefer to have the marker, because not only it marks for me if I lose count with my stitch counter, but also because this marker is showing me that this is the side that I'm going to decrease or increase, because this is the side that it's always straight on the scarf. So you can see that it was decreasing and increasing just in one side. So I'm gonna keep knitting after I do this all the way to the other end, and I will when I get to the last 3 stitches I am going to just bring the yarn to the front and slip the 3 stitches and do my next 8 rows. So I am going to keep knitting a little bit more, so then I can show you the effect that the decreased stitches do on this side, and I will show you the finished object also. Hi friend, thank you for being here with me for this journey. It's been fun knitting my little Christmas Sophie scarf, and I'm so glad that I was able to just go step by step with you to show you how I knit this fabulous little scarf. This is a little scarf, but mighty. I have made so many of them with as a gift, and a few for myself that I have shown you in the beginning. And this year I really wanted to have a red one to wear around Christmas time. So I have accomplished it, and while accomplishing my goal, I also got to be able to, I am happy that I was able to show you how I do this little scarf. The very beginning of it and how you start the scarf is going to be on a video that I already made that I will post on the end of this video here, so you can see how you do this very beginning and the very end of the scarf, which is not very difficult at all. And as soon as you start seeing the garter stitch forming here, then you will see that the scarf is straight in one side and it grows on the other side, or it decreases on the other side. And that's why I have this marker always on the right side. And I showed you in the beginning how when I put this marker, and it's gonna always be when you start doing the 8 rows and increasing, I always put the marker on the increased stitch. And I have tried for this one to do this method of counting the rows to see if it was going to work for me, but I did not for this scarf. It did not work for me. What works for me, and it might not be for you, I'm not 100% sure, but in here I'm showing you what makes it easier for me and what makes it easier for me to keep repeating and get the Sophie scarf done. And I got this one done in less than a week, and I am making other things also because I'm finishing some Christmas gifts, and so I think that was not too bad. You can see by these little marks over here, this is where you are making the increases. It does not bother me. All of them have that mark. It's just where the increasing stitches are. For this one, because I wanted it to be a little bit longer, I needed this much, and I did not want to be wider than what it was already. I made the number of increases that she recommends for you to make, and I didn't want to be any wider, not for this scarf. So I needed this much straight, just with whatever number of stitch there was. You don't have to do that. I just did because I wanted mine to be a little bit longer. And then after that, I started decreasing, and you can also see when you have the decreases, where you have the decrease stitches, you will have a little mark, almost like a little hole in there, but it's also not something that bothers me. And once you have it in your neck, which most of the time that's how I style mine, it's like I have to pull my hair, and I have just very, very little to finish, and I just make a knot in here, or I use a ring, which I really like to use. I just put the ring here, and I really love how it looks when I have that done. So when I finish it, which I'm going to try to finish tonight, I will post some pictures in the end of this video with me wearing my Sophie scarf. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you will be able to make one for yourself, if not for Christmas, which you probably still have some time, but anytime. I have many of them in many colors, and I absolutely love them. So I hope that was helpful to you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. If not, if you celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, Merry holidays to you. Happy holidays to everybody. I will come back before the end of the year with my very last video of the year, which will be an update and what I have knit for 2024. So if you like that, please come back. If you liked this video, please give a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't yet. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Thank you for being here with me. Happy holidays. Ciao.